Don't text them. Not yet. Stop what you're doing and just listen for a second. Because what you're about to do, it isn't about love. It's about pain looking for a place to land. You're holding your phone, your heart is pounding, and you think you miss them. But what you really miss is the version of yourself that existed when you still believed they loved you. You miss who you were before the hurt. And that version of you, that feeling, doesn't exist with them anymore. A few months ago, I watched a friend go through this exact thing. She was staring at her phone for hours, just paralyzed. She'd type a long, heartfelt message, read it over, and then just delete it. She typed again, this time something short and casual, and deleted it again. It was this painful dance between pride and longing, between the part of her that knew, I deserve so much better than this, and the other part that whispered, but what if they've changed? What if this time is different? She looked up at me. Her eyes were just so tired, and she said, it's been 43 days. What if they finally realized what they lost? And I had to tell her the hard truth. I said, if they truly realized it, you wouldn't still be here waiting for a text. Because here's the truth about people, and it's a tough one to swallow. When someone really wants to be in your life, they are. When they genuinely want to come back, they do. They move mountains. They find a way. No one is ever too busy to love you. No one simply forgets how to use their phone to reach out to someone they care about. These are stories we tell ourselves to soften the blow. But pain is a master storyteller. It has this way of whispering lies that sound so gentle, so reasonable. It says, maybe it was your fault. Maybe you pushed them away. Maybe just one text is all it takes to fix everything. It makes you believe that the power to repair the damage lies in your hands if only you'd just reach out one more time. But it's not your fault. And no one text cannot fix what was never equal in the first place. You can't single-handedly mend a break that was caused by two people, especially when only one of you is trying to hold the pieces together. Here is the truth you probably don't want to hear, the forbidden truth we're talking about today. You don't actually want them back. What you want back is the feeling of being wanted. You're not craving a genuine connection with that specific person. You're craving relief from the ache in your chest. You want the pain to stop, and your mind has tricked you into believing that sending that text is the anesthetic you need. You think their reply, any reply, will soothe the wound. But let's be honest about what happens the moment you hit send. The instant that message leaves your phone, you've already handed over your power. You've sent them a silent signal that says, I still need you to validate me. My peace of mind still depends on your response. And that, right there, is one of the most dangerous kinds of addiction. When your peace depends on the very person who took it away from you in the first place. You're asking the arsonist to put out the fire. It's a cycle that will never end well. Let me say this as clearly as I can. If they could destroy your peace once, they can and will destroy it again. Because true, healthy love doesn't destroy. It builds. It nurtures. It protects. What destroys you is attachment. It's the desperate, clinging need for someone's approval, even when they've shown you time and time again that they are incapable of giving it in a healthy way. You might be telling yourself that texting them will finally give you closure. You think if you can just get that one last conversation, that one final explanation, you'll be able to move on. But closure isn't something they can give you like a parting gift. It's not an item you can request. Closure is something you build for yourself, brick by brick, every day that you accept the story has already ended. It's the moment you decide to stop reading the last chapter over and over again, hoping for a different ending. Stop reopening the wound just to check if it still hurts. It does, of course it does. And it will continue to hurt as long as you keep touching it, prodding it, and refusing to let it heal. The first step to healing any wound is to leave it alone. I know how hard this is. I really do. You wake up in the morning, and the first thought that hits you is their name. Your brain immediately says, just send one message. A simple hi. What's the harm? But you have to recognize that voice for what it is. That's your trauma talking, not your truth. That's the voice of withdrawal, the voice of habit. It's not the voice of your intuition or your self-worth. True healing isn't about forcing yourself into a painful silence. It's about reclaiming your control. Choosing not to text them isn't a sign of weakness. It's the ultimate act of strength. It's you finally saying, I am listening to the part of me that wants peace more than it wants validation from someone who can to give it. It's you choosing your own well-being over a temporary, fleeting sense of relief. You owe it to yourself. You truly owe it to the person you are becoming to see what your life feels like without constantly chasing something or someone that hurts you. Because when you finally stop running after them, something really strange and beautiful happens. You start running into yourself again. And that's the person who's been waiting for you all along. The version of you that doesn't need to prove their worth through somebody else is inconsistent attention. The one who laughs freely, who sleeps soundly, who finds joy in the small things again. The one who finally, deeply understands that love isn't supposed to keep you in a constant state of anxiety, checking your phone every 2 minutes. Love is supposed to make you feel safe. It's supposed to be your soft place to land, not a battlefield you have to fight on every single day. So, before you go back to that screen, before your thumb hovers over that send button again, just pause. Take a deep breath. And ask yourself this one simple question. Am I reaching out to genuinely connect with this person, or am I just trying to escape my own loneliness for a moment? Be honest with yourself, because one path leads to real, lasting healing. The other one, it just keeps you trapped in the same painful loop, waiting for a different outcome that will never arrive. And if you ever forget this moment, if the urge becomes overwhelming again, come back and watch this video. Watch it as many times as you need to. Watch it until you remember what your own peace feels like. You deserve that peace. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content to help you on your journey. You're not alone in this. Take care of yourself.